winglets that have been out for a few years, they save about 3 to 5% of fuel. The new ones are saying save about 12 or 13%.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, there it is.
Alaska's going into...
Alaska has a nice presence here.
Yeah, since we got the new terminal open and we moved United and they combined with Continental, Alaska now has all the gates on this rotunda.
Is this like a mini hub for them?
No.
Seems like it. There's like 6, 7.
Well, I mean, they fly out of here, but hub is a distinct...
Is it like a focus city? Would that be a better term?
Yeah. Waiting here because this guy's traffic here. And they've increased their flights here a little bit since the move.
They do like Portland and Seattle mainly out of here?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they fly. They just started nonstop service from here to Orlando, Florida.
Did they really?
Wow. They do some Cabo flights too. We actually have increased our international flights here in the last couple of years, where our international gate usage has become a little bit more of an issue as far as scheduling that and avoiding conflicts and things like that. We have some flights primarily from Canada, Mexico, England, and Japan with JAL. I'd say most of our flights are probably out of Mexico and Canada, maybe a close second.
So what time does this guy leave here?
He's push about 10:10, so in about 20 minutes.
So he's going to follow us out?
No, we're going to go meet him somewhere else. He can push back on the taxiway, start up, taxi down, cross the runway, and it's further east of here is where we're going to escort him across. So gates 20, 21, and 22 are our FIS, or international gates.
Okay.
Hawaiian is not an international flight, but because of the size of the aircraft, they have been operating off gate 22 for quite a while. Later this month, on the 24th, we're actually going to move them over to gate 51. And the problem with them over here is, in addition to it being an international gate, when they're on this gate, we can't even use gate 24 because the wingspan of that aircraft it really precludes using.
And who uses 24? Is it Spirit?
No. I think right now, I don't think we have anybody assigned. We may have 1 or 2 flights in the afternoon assigned to it after they leave. But the Hawaiian is, like I said, an A330. So the wingspan on that is a little bit bigger. It's what's known in aviation as a wide-body aircraft. Generally means it's basically inside it has 2 aisles instead of 1, like a narrow body.
Got it.
So we've also finished up and expanded this terminal here, so the exterior of it looks different than the brick like it is over there. So we expanded the width of that, increased the size of the holding rooms, added new concessions in there. And like you said, you saw the new food court.
I think so, yeah.
Over in T2 West with a lot of new food concessions over there. Spirit is one of the smaller carriers.
Yeah, they're the El Cheapo. They charge you for breathing on their plane.
Yeah, I've never flown them. I've heard they even charge you for carry-on.
Oh yeah.
If you can fit underneath the seat, you don't pay anything, but in the overheads, you pay.
Well, that's how they stay alive, because their fares are typically a lot cheaper.
Yeah,
so
well,
they have to.
All the airlines have changed to where they nickel and dime you for kind of everything.
The 321 there, I think.
Yes, it is. And then over here, you see the little tower over there?
Yep.
That's our, what we call the ramp tower. They handle talking to the aircraft when they get down here and they go to the gates from, I think, 42 or 43 to 51.
Whoa, are these new gates here? They've been here a while.
40 through 41 was here. 42 is part of the new gate area that opened up since you were here last year.
That's what I thought. I thought this looks a little
So
bigger.
when the aircraft basically get over here, the tower, or ground control, tells them to contact ramp. So they switch frequencies. You see it on the ramp, there's a couple of big yellow things.
Yes.
They're marked with spot 1, spot 2, spot 3. So ground will tell the aircraft, okay, proceed to spot 1, contact ramp on this frequency.
Yeah.
So they go there, they contact ramp, they go, hey, I'm coming in, I'm going to gate 49. If it's clear, they go, okay, go ahead and go to gate 29. Same thing on the outbound, they call to push out into the alley, and then they taxi to spot 1, and then they contact ground.
That's cool.
And then ground says, okay, taxi out to the runway, or hold for this aircraft, or that.
So this is a whole new terminal right here.
Well, this is expanded, so this is the other side of T2 West that was there.
Okay.
So we opened this last August, and primarily over here we have United and Delta. United merged with Continental.
Yep.
And there's Sunset Cove you saw from the inside. And then underneath Sunset Cove is where the new bag makeup area is. So when you come fly, you check your bag, it goes there. They take it off the carousels, put it on the bag carts, bring it out to the airplane, put it on the airplane for you.
That's cool.
Grand American 2387, we're clearing going to gate 29. Good morning, American 2387. I'm a ground taxi into the ramp. Bye, Bravo. Okay, to the ramp. Thank you, American 2387.
What does it mean when the red light's on the gate? Or on the jetway?
I don't know if that just means it has power, or if that just makes it a little bit more visible for the pilots at night.
Got it.
So this regional jet here, they were operating on the commuter terminal ramp until earlier this month. They've switched, and now they're operating on these gates over here because they're actually a Delta flight.
Thank you, Southwest 672.
Even though it may be Delta Connection, which is not really the main line. Delta airline. To the passengers, it really doesn't make any difference. And then gate 51 is the one that Hawaiian will be moving to.
Starting
the 24th of this month. Now, one of the unique things with gate 51 is this jet bridge is glass. To our knowledge, there's no other glass jet bridges that are approved for use in the United States.
Amarillo has.
Oh, do they?
Well,
Okay.
I don't know if they might be plastic, but they look a lot like that.
Well, I think it was kind of a fire code issue as far as having that, and I know that they've used them in Europe, but it was.
I was actually at the Amarillo airport about a year ago.
Okay.
On Southwest, and we walked through. You could see. I don't know. I can't know for sure if it was glass, but
Yeah. Well, I think it was kind of the fire code, because usually a metal one, it's a little bit different. But to do that, and then because it's kind of a greenhouse, they've got a couple of air conditioning packs on it to keep it comfortable for passengers. So what we're doing with Hawaiian, when we move them over here, this gate, this vehicle gate over here is new, is we have 4 parking spots. This is what we call the west ramp. So at night, after all the flights get in, the airlines have parking spots for their extra aircraft to put them overnight.
okay.
So they'll put all the aircraft on the gates for the first departure in the morning, and then they put the extra airplanes here. After those first wave of aircraft push back and taxi out, they pull those other airplanes up to the gate and start boarding those whenever that next flight is scheduled to go out. So during the day, you don't see as many over here.
But it's probably loaded at night, isn't it?
We use up pretty much most of the overnight spots.